have the will to strengthen it. These words aren't just a belief for our next speaker, but they truly define his journey. Calling upon Master Amogh Aradhye from the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. Having shifted across 5 cities and explored over 10 countries, he truly represents adaptability. Amogh has 7 years of debating experience and has earned the title of Best Delegate at the TechFest World MUN, while he is organizing the NYMUN 2025 as the Secretary General for Delegate Affairs. Besides this, he is a passionate tutor who finds teaching not just a profession, instead a tool for continuous learning and growth. His strength isn't limited to words. He is an international level karate player. Amogh has won a gold medal in Kumite at the World Karate Championship in Portugal. He is an energetic and versatile person. Being skilled in nunchucks, his discipline extends beyond martial arts. Listening to Hindustani classical music is what he does in his free time. And his favorite character, Goku from Dragon Ball Z, reflects his own values of chasing success and the will to grow stronger for a better future. He is a UPSC aspirant and envisions a future where his success is not just a title for himself, but is a source of employment for many. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our illustrious speaker, Master Amogh Aradhye, with the topic, Echoes of Distraction.
India's population is 1.4 billion. The speed of light is 3 to 10 per meter per second. 2 minutes used every time you check your phone. 75% of people forget what they read in 24 hours. Mitochondrial powers of the cell. RCB is best ideal team. MSN is the best ideal team captain. Give the art is a crime. Ganga Gari Shaktiman hai. Wait. What do you remember? Did it feel like a bouncer? Felt like Amir Khan from Rajni? Was everyone lost in a mess of thoughts? In 10 seconds, I threw a bunch of thoughts at you. Some stayed, most didn't. Not by your choice, but because that's how your brain is set up for. Like a bowler delivering bouncers. Some are dodged, some connect. But the real question is, who's throwing those balls now? To get to the answer, let me ask you another question. A goldfish can focus for 9 seconds. How many seconds do you think a human can focus for? Any guesses? Any?
10 seconds.
Well tried, but let me tell you, it's 8. Just 8 seconds. We humans spend thousands of years evolving only to get outfocused by a fish that swims circles every day. The problem isn't your focus. The problem being, it is redirected. We watch 10-hour series like a family man in one go. With each twist, each cliffhanger gives us dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. So, is it our attention span really shrinking? Or is it our willpower that's weak? Or is there a stronger will behind that screen? The answer to your question is right here. Welcome to Attention Economy. Attention isn't just focus, it's a currency. Not earned, but spent. Not spent by you, but on you. And like an economy where currency flows, power flows as well. You thought you were just watching, but they were watching you for much longer. But attention isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It changes with context. For example, a child cries for attention from parents. When they get it, they smile, triggering a baby fever in us. As students, attention shifts to classes. Sometimes for knowledge, sometimes to 75% attendance, just like my friend Rahul. Rahul is a first-year student like many of you sitting here. See, Rahul is now stuck on a very tough concept of transistors. So, he turns to YouTube like all of us do. But just 2 minutes in, he gets distracted by a very familiar face. We all know that face very well. Watch it carefully.
दिवाली आवली कोली मैं पावली आवली कोली
One video, then two, then three. Transistors? Long gone. Because these platforms weren't built to teach you. They were built to keep you. Whatever happened to Ram just now isn't something new. We have all experienced, but with different variations. It's a part of a much bigger story. One that begins with how our entire generation started consuming information. It started with newspapers. You paid 1 rupee and you chose what to read. Then came television. You stopped choosing. You waited for that one show to air at 8 p.m. We then shifted to OTT platforms, where everything you wanted was just a click away. You had the control. You chose what to watch, when to watch, and how long to watch. And now, the star of our show, Instagram Reels. No choice, no pause, just scroll. It started with the freedom of choices. Then they studied your choices. And now they choose what you see, even before you want it. And when they notify you, they are not just reminding, but they are flirting. Are you on Swiggy? Because I'm definitely adding you to my cart. Sounds cheesy, right? But that's a real line, which is right when you start to feel hungry. You think you're just ordering here, but you are reacting to hunger, to boredom, and to being alone. Even your cravings are calculated here. Because when your mind is starting to sit still, there is always something which whispers in the back of your mind. And it sometimes goes like, "Bhai, agla match aa raha hai." The lights go dim, the match is about to begin. Your friends go wild. One screen, millions of eyes. That's not just entertainment. That's emotion shared in real time. Ever wondered why is it called the CNTI strategic timer? It's not just a break. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of pure branding. Because when your mind is free, there is always someone ready to grab it. But it's not just about those timeouts. It used to also be about those extra inning lives, where presenters and cricket analysts were used to sit to analyze the match. They had this weird but very catchy music. Let's listen to some. Gaurav Kapoor, Sidhu Paji talking about Virat Kohli's batting, it used to hook me up to the screens. But if those music and visuals can have such a profound impact on me as a kid, so can individuals have the same impact. Take Urfi Javed as an example. She doesn't need talent, she needs just attention. Some love her, some hate her, but everyone watches, and that's all she needs. The longer you pause on a reel, even if it feels cringe, you are being studied by the algorithm, and the algorithm takes notes of it, which sadly you don't even do in your classes. But Urfi isn't the only one evolving with attention. So do everyone's dreams evolve too. Ask the kid what they want to be. You won't hear doctor or engineer as often. You will hear a new word in the market, influencer. Because from the outside, it looks pretty simple. No exams, no degrees, just a phone and some likes. But scroll a little deeper. You will find that for every "to kaise hai aap log," there are thousands of "hello guys" that never got heard. For every viral reel, there are millions that disappear into the algorithm. And maybe that's why we scroll so much, in the hopes of being seen. But every scroll doesn't just drain your time, it drains your clarity, your presence, and your energy. And I felt it on a very personal level. There are days when I used to endlessly scroll, thinking that I'm just chilling. But with every scroll, I used to drain something more than time. The moment I pick up a book or focus on something real, my my brain used to feel rotted. The moment I read a line, it used to feel that my brain is zoning out. And this thing builds up so fast that sometimes you might enter a life or death situation. The twist being from the wrong side, just like the video I'm going to show you. One second, one misjudgment, and one almost crash. A blinder and a scooty coming from other side. The brakes slammed hard. The crash avoided, but barely. You don't feel the distraction here. You feel what you almost lost. A life. We engineers solve real problems. But if our minds are split, then sometimes we can become the problem. We engineers chase 10 things at once and end up finishing none. It's like switching lanes, obviously. Moving everywhere, there is no map. It feels like you're moving, but reaching nowhere. Multitasking might look smart for you, but it quietly drains your energy. Because real progress doesn't come from doing multiple things at once. It comes from doing one thing with full presence. But let's be honest here. How many of you have given reasons to not study in the next hour? Come on, raise your hands. I know you personally here. That's the spirit I love. That's the honesty I love. But instead of me telling you one of those reasons, why not just hear it?
दोपहर से पढ़ना चालू कर दूंगा मैं। शाम को पढ़ते हैं, शाम को बेटर रहेगा। रात को मेरा दिमाग ज्यादा अच्छा चलता है।
All of these, रात को पढ़ता ना यार. I do so fast. And just like that, we come to 2029 and we are still studying. But Rahul has now all grown up and is now ready to face an interview for a job at Google that could define his career. After 4 years of engineering, coding marathons, and the stress of placement season, everything comes down to this one conversation. Rahul sits in confidently. His resume is strong, with solid projects, a good CGPA, and multiple certificates. The HR though of the interview panel smiles and asks a question. That Rahul, imagine you're driving a bus. The bus starts at CVS with 12 passengers on board. Then at Mani, 5 more get in, but 3 get off. Then at KKV College, 8 people board and 4 people leave. The final stop is his office, where 6 people leave. Now tell me, Rahul, who is the driver? Rahul overthinks here. He thinks that he is missing for a trick. 12 plus 8 minus 5 minus 3 plus 4. Am I missing something? Should I ask her again? What's the number of passengers at the final stop? Just as Rahul starts to calculate, the HR interrupts and says that Rahul, you are the driver. A week later, Rahul gets his rejection email. Not because he wasn't skilled, not because he didn't know coding, but because he wasn't really there. Rahul wasn't just absent at the interview. He'd been missing for 4 whole years behind it. Yes, he did those assignments. Yes, he got those grades. But he never really showed up for himself. Somewhere between those lectures and late nights, he forgot the most important project he was supposed to build. Himself. You came here to be an engineer, right? Yes. Yes. So, no one tells you this one truth. Engineering is like surviving a race you never knew you joined. Before you build those projects, before you chase for those placements, you have got to build you. And that's what engineering exploration is all about. I know from your faces that your faculty is pressurizing you for that project. But it's not just a project, not just a submission, but a question for oneself of who am I becoming? And that journey, it doesn't start with answers. It starts with a decision to stay, to care, to try, and to show up even when it's easier to scroll away. Because here, you won't just make a project, you will make a future for yourselves. One that one final thing. Everything stands between your future and you is your ability to be present here. So before you run away to make your next project, take this one line with you. The future won't wait and neither should you. Be present, be aware and become what's true. Thank you.